Following the discussion of active management areas and the state's efforts to achieve safe yield, it is important to understand another cornerstone of Arizona's water management system, the Central Arizona Project, SAP. While the AMA framework focuses on groundwater conservation, the CAPI provides a renewable surface water supply that helps reduce dependence on aquifers. Together, they form the dual pillars of Arizona's long-term water sustainability strategy. The Central Arizona Project is a 336-mile-long aqueduct system that delivers water from the Colorado River to central and southern Arizona. It is the largest and most complex aqueduct project ever constructed in the United States, designed to transport approximately 1.5 million acre-feet of Colorado River water annually to more than 80% of Arizona's population. Authorized by the Colorado River Basin Project Act of 1968, the project was constructed by the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation and is now managed by the Central Arizona Water Conservation District, CAWCD, a multi-county district that operates and maintains the system. The CAP begins at Lake Havasu, where water is lifted by huge pumping plants, starting with the Mark Wilmer pumping plant, and then flows east and south through a series of aqueducts, siphons, tunnels, and pumping stations. It passes through Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima counties, serving major population centers including Phoenix, Scottsdale, Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, Casa Grande, and Tucson. The water is used by municipal, agricultural, and tribal communities, as well as for replenishment and underground storage programs that help recharge depleted aquifers in active management areas. The CAPI plays a critical role in achieving the safe yield objectives of the Groundwater Management Act of 1980 by providing a renewable substitute for groundwater pumping. Municipalities that rely on CAP deliveries are able to reduce their dependency on local aquifers, preserving groundwater for future generations. For example, the city of Tucson blends CAP water with reclaimed and local groundwater sources through its Clearwater Renewable Resource Facility, ensuring a consistent supply for residents while stabilizing groundwater levels in the Tucson AMA. Similarly, the city of Phoenix uses CAP water in combination with Salt River Project, SRP supplies, to meet the demands of a growing metropolitan area. Not all Arizona communities have access to CAP water. Access is primarily limited to regions within the service boundaries of the Central Arizona Water Conservation District, CAWCD, which covers Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima counties. Smaller or rural communities outside these counties, such as those in northern or southeastern Arizona, rely primarily on groundwater or local surface water rights. However, certain tribal nations, including the Gila River Indian Community, Ak-Chin Indian Community, and Tohono O'odham Nation, receive KIAP allocations under settlement agreements recognized by federal law, reflecting the state's ongoing commitment to honoring Native American water rights. In addition to direct municipal and tribal deliveries, CAP water is also stored underground in recharge basins and aquifer replenishment sites. These facilities, managed by the Arizona Water Banking Authority, AWBA, allow excess CAP water to percolate into aquifers during wet years for later recovery in times of shortage. This process, known as managed recharge, strengthens Arizona's drought resilience and supports the safe yield objectives of AMAs, such as Phoenix and Tucson. However, CAP water is not without limitations. Because it is sourced from the Colorado River, its availability depends on interstate agreements and hydrological conditions across the river basin. The 1922 Colorado River Compact divided river allocations among 7 basin states, with Arizona receiving 2.8 million acre-feet per year. In times of drought, such as those seen in the 21st century, Arizona faces potential reductions in its CAP supply under federal shortage declarations. These reductions primarily affect agricultural users in Pinal County, but may eventually extend to municipal users if shortages worsen. For real estate professionals, understanding CAPI access is crucial when representing clients in areas that depend on surface water deliveries. Properties served by CAPI water are often viewed as more sustainable investments because they rely less on groundwater pumping. However, agents should also understand and disclose that CAP water is subject to federal and state allocation systems, and its cost and availability can fluctuate based on long-term drought conditions and policy decisions. For example, when assisting a developer planning a new subdivision in Casa Grande, Pinal County, a licensee must verify whether the subdivision lies within an active management area and whether it will receive CAP water as part of its Assured Water Supply Certificate. If the property lacks CAP access, the developer may need to rely on groundwater recharge credits or alternative supplies to satisfy ADWR's Assured Water Supply requirements before obtaining subdivision approval from the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE. Review Summary. The Central Arizona Project is Arizona's primary renewable water delivery system, designed to transport Colorado River water to Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima counties. It supports the goals of active management areas by reducing groundwater dependence and ensuring reliable surface water for municipalities, agriculture, and tribes. CAP water is stored, managed, and regulated by the CAWCD and ADWR, and its availability is subject to interstate water compacts and hydrological conditions on the Colorado River. Real estate professionals must be aware of whether a property lies within a CAPI service area, as this determines both water access and regulatory obligations. Discussion prompts. Why is CAP water important for achieving safe yield in Arizona? Answer. Because it provides a renewable surface water source that reduces the need for groundwater pumping in active management areas. Which counties have direct access to CAP deliveries? Answer. Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima counties, managed by the Central Arizona Water Conservation District. Why should real estate agents verify CAPI access for new developments? Answer. Because CAPI availability affects subdivision approvals, assured water supply certification, and long-term property value. Closing remarks. The Central Arizona Project represents Arizona's forward-thinking approach to water sustainability, transforming the desert into a thriving economic and residential hub. However, it also symbolizes the fragility of the state's dependence on shared river resources. For real estate professionals, understanding CAP's structure, access areas, and legal foundations is essential for advising clients responsibly and ensuring compliance with Arizona's rigorous water management laws.